The South Carolina Hall of Fame was founded in Myrtle Beach in 1973 to recognize and honor contemporary and past citizens who have made outstanding contributions to South Carolina's heritage, history, and progress.
David Bancroft Johnson's destiny was to become a great educator. At age 15, he enrolled in East Tennessee University in Knoxville, and by 1877, he had earned his Bachelor of Arts degree. After serving as principal at a Knoxville high school for boys for 2 years, Johnson returned to school to earn his Master of Arts degree. After college, Johnson moved to South Carolina, and in 1883, he became Superintendent of Schools in Columbia.
He started as an educator, really focused on K-12 education. He really believed education was important, particularly in the South, to rebuild the South after the Civil War. The problem he ran into was he couldn't find enough qualified teachers.
Johnson traveled to Boston, Massachusetts, and approached Robert Winthrop with the idea to start a training school for teachers. Winthrop took Johnson's idea to the Peabody Board, and they granted $1,500 to fund his dream. While in Boston, Johnson met a renowned teacher named Mary Hall Leonard, and he was able to convince her to leave Boston to teach at his new school. The Winthrop Training School for Teachers held its first classes in 1886 in a chapel on the grounds of Columbia Theological Seminary. After the first year, the growing school moved to a house on Marion Street in Columbia, and in 1895 it relocated to Rock Hill. By 1900, Winthrop's enrollment had topped 500 students.
One of the things that D.B. Johnson did was he created a recruitment film. We all do recruitment films today, but no one was really doing that back in the early 1900s when he did that. He saw this as a way of reaching out to people who couldn't necessarily get to Winthrop easily, and that was just so far ahead of his time.
Johnson's vision had become a reality. Winthrop was providing South Carolina teachers with a unique opportunity.
I think he really believed, was a true believer, that when he was preparing teachers, it wasn't just about teaching them how to teach. It was really providing them a well-rounded experience. So that meant having a curriculum that was diverse, but it also meant having experiences outside the classroom that contributed to their education. They had a fully functioning farm, just about a mile from where we are right now. All the students learned to work on the farm. He had a lot of physical activity requirements that they had to pass before they graduated. And this was a period where most people thought that women were not capable of doing strenuous physical activity. So again, very progressive in his thinking about that.
Today, Winthrop University continues to celebrate D.B. Johnson's legacy in its traditions and curriculum.
The Blue Line was something he created. They would go from the campus on Sunday to the churches, and all the women wore blue uniforms, and they would march down Oakland Avenue and would each go off to whatever church they were a member of. So today what we do is have all of the different student activities they can get involved with, community activities they can get involved with, all have tables out there, and it's an opportunity to get them engaged in the community and the campus right away.
David Bancroft Johnson committed his life to Winthrop. He served as president from 1886 until he passed away in 1928. In failing health, and less than 1 month before his death, he wrote his final letter to the Board of Trustees, in which he offered to resign with their request.
Having been president of this institution for 42 years, you can imagine how dear to my heart has become every brick and stone, every individual, in fact, everything connected with this institution, and how it wrenches my heart to have to write the above. With love and gratitude, D.B. Johnson.
Johnson is buried in the chapel which held Winthrop's first classes in Columbia and was later moved to the Rock Hill campus. His wife, May Rutledge Smith Johnson, died in 1978 on her 100th birthday and is also buried in the little chapel. Johnson is remembered as a beloved father and husband. He was also very dear to his students, whom he considered his extended family. His humble nature and kindness earned him the nickname of our DB by his many Winthrop daughters. His legacy endures in every life touched by the education he made possible. Countless individuals and communities have thrived thanks to D.B. Johnson's devotion to education and his immense contribution to South Carolina.